Over the 15 years of my company, Kaha Dance Theater, it's been a challenge to figure out, the identity of the company and what we represent. Even to this very day, I have that question of, am I Santee the artist or am I a Mohawk artist? And how do I frame that, or how does society see my work and frame me? Santee Smith, Dagulanyakwa, Nyungyats, Gungwaihoe, Ganyangahaga, Six Nations of the Grand River Territory, Turtle Clan. My name is Santee. I am the artistic director of Kaha Dance Theater. I'm an artist, director, producer, and I'm the chancellor of McMaster University. I was 11 years old and I moved from Six Nations to residence and train at the National Ballet School for 6 years. I didn't finish my last year because I decided at that time that the ballet was actually not for me. There was this, feeling of not being fulfilled in many ways, and I think mostly it had to do with identity. It wasn't really about the actual dance. It was wanting to connect to home and missing home. For me, dance is now very much rooted to the land and exploring my identity, my Haudenosaunee roots and foundation, and telling stories that were not told in mainstream theater and dance. The dance I'm going to share today is an excerpt from my original premiere production of Gahawi, and that was my first major work. And it's infused with many different concepts from Haudenosaunee beliefs, and it was a real labor of love because it was inspired by the actual death of my grandmother, Rita Weiss, and the birth of my daughter, Samaya Smith. So it was tied into that process, but also wanting to share the fact that Haudenosaunee culture honors women, that there are some really powerful, strong ways of living in the world that are not necessarily patriarchal. Well, I think it's really important that there's more recognition and awareness for companies who are offering new ways of working. Ballet has a long history of being touted as, the pinnacle of artistic practice and expression. And I think there's a whole host of other forms, other influences, other original dances from this land that we call Canada that are really important to highlight, and that's the work that I do, that's who I am, and that is what Kaha Dance Theater is, bringing awareness to Indigenous cultures, not from a preconceived stereotypical notion of what Indigenous dance looks like.